When last we left off, you had just subdued Jun'o, and Yasha had decided to take her over to Urahara's shop to keep her out of harm's way. In the meantime, the remaining three of you ran westwards, chasing after Kaido and the Huntress, led by Arvin, almost a light in the darkness, carrying Stella, who had gone on ahead. It's some time before you catch up to them. They've nearly made it to the exit point of the forest that was where you entered previously. As the group approaches, you see Kaido in the distance seems to notice your arrival and waves a hand. He increases speed as the Huntress immediately stops her momentum and turns around. Nozomi, I want you to roll a dodge against the Huntress, please.
Yes.
It's D10. She wins. You see her stop, and you're not sure what's happening next. However, you feel a pain in your foot, and looking down, you see a sword has materialized and stabbed up from the ground, dealing 8 damage to start the encounter off. By the time this is sort of registered, you're close enough that Arvin swoops down and lands, dropping Stella next to her. Position yourself anywhere behind the pair, all three of you. You can
Shigure first off before this.
Mhm.
What is Kaido doing at this point?
He's just run off, like he's off. He's off screen.
In that case in particular, Shigure will not stop behind, and he will stand in front of them and like stretch out his arm as to, like, wait to the ones behind him.
Oh, okay. Just to tell Seijo and Nozomi to not go on ahead, or
no, like he will step over to here and hold out his arm like to stop Arvin and Stella from attacking.
Arvin sort of looks at you, but doesn't make a comment. Stella, on the other hand, sort of, what are you doing?
He will ignore Stella and pull out a vial of whitish liquid.
And the Hunter sort of, what is that?
Well, and he throws it towards her to the lamp in the sand in front of her. Your choice. But from what I could tell, there is something keeping you from unleashing your full power. And considering that you was so kind as to wait for us to become more powerful, because let's be honest, you could have killed us back then in that village. If I wish to uphold my sense of nobility, it's only right if I offer you the chance to be at full strength as well.
She seems very surprised at this. As if she hadn't expected the Shinigami to have a sense of honor that actually made sense to a Hollow.
It's your choice.
As the Huntress approaches the vial, Stella puts her hand on your shoulder and whispers in here, "What the hell are you doing? I was barely matching her."
He will grab her hand, and then, if I wish to uphold the level of responsibility that I deem noteworthy for nobility, then I need to be inconsequential with my decisions. And he will then kind of throw her hand off alongside with his cape.
You're insane.
And then go, maybe so. here comes.
The Huntress picks the vial up and sort of looks it over. You sense her spiritual energy sort of reaching out to it as if to sort of analyze it a bit. She sort of looks like... This seems to be... You don't lie, do you?
No. That would be unbefitting of a noble. And more so than that, it would be unbefitting between warriors.
She looks at you as if she's gained some faint glimmer of respect for you. I see. Well. She sort of thinks for a moment. Seijo and Nozomi, if you want to set up position in preparation for a fight, you can. Just to go back to this.
I'm positioned where I want to be.
Okay, that's fine. And Nozomi?
Yeah, just I'm thinking on it.
Okay, no rush. The Huntress sort of almost as a trick with the vial, like you would do with a coin between your fingers, where she sort of flicks it between them backwards and forwards.
I have given my offer. If you don't take it, then it's on your own honor. Because we won't hold back.
If you did, I'd be. If you did, it'd be shameful.
Well, what I'm trying to say is, it's your choice whether you sink or swim. Bankai, Isayoi Namida.
All right. 3090. You have battle high, and that was that. $45 because Bankai is half, and I need to change his stats. Level 10, and it was 4 there, so 5 there. That should be everything. And then there was 1 stack of your part 9, and that was that. The Huntress regards your Bankai with a level of respect, looking at Arvin's as well and nodding appreciatively, and then seeing the Zomies form behind you further, and wow. I suppose against 5 Bankais, it feels like I might not have a choice in the matter. And she looks down to the vial, but she almost makes a face as if, not quite as if she's tasted a lemon, but certainly something sour. I cannot accept for 2 reasons. And sheathing her weapons, she walks towards you holding the vial out. She doesn't trust herself to throw it back to you. Do you take it?
I will grab it if he stretches it out far enough.
She does. Like, her arm's like all the way out horizontal. She's just walking towards you unthreateningly because she doesn't trust herself to throw it and not break it.
So, it's a point of personal honor then.
Twofold, perhaps. She goes back to her original position. The first is that while this is something that part of me has sought for a long time, given the loss of power it's given me to be in this state, I would struggle to accept such a thing from a Shinigami, even one such as yourselves who might have proven themselves at least moderately capable. given how far you've come and how you've beaten Juno already as a group. But, and at this point, she draws her sword again, and the bones of her wing stretch outwards as if she's about to take flight. The second point is that if I took this, I wouldn't have any fun. So, you said you wouldn't hold back, right?
He will raise his sword into a high stance.
Good. Because if I had to hold back, this wouldn't be any fun at all. Roll initiative. And just sort descending. Okay. Stella's first. She's going to hop back 3, 4 spaces. Nothing for it. And she's going to do her usual ritual into Bankai, much to a twitch of pain on Arvin's face. 3046 for stats. Just fix that on there. And that's 30 and 23. 10, 10. What did I set her basic stats as? It was 10, 0, 10, 4. Yes, it was. Okay. Reroll her initiative and then just place her back at the same. Sword descending. Some very long names on this initiative list. She's then going to... what was she at again, actually? I think she's at about... There we go. Let's put it at that. She's then going to spend one action to charge, which I think she has the single charge bonus passive, or she doesn't have any at all. Yeah, she has a single charge bonus, so it would be 4.6, 9, 18, so 18, 20, 43, 41. And then let me check my Anvil. Nozomi, if you want to do your turn while I'm doing this, you're more than welcome to. Skelet's not going to attack or anything this turn.
Sure.
She's going to enter Shunko. So your turn then, your SP's full. You did have Battle High. If you want to tick and reapply it, you can. For the HP back.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 7 HP back up to 29, and you have Battle High returned. All your buffs are at 3 turns. The enemy does not have a vulnerability, but otherwise you have 4 of your 5 possible buffs.
Mm-hmm.
And Shunko's still running as well, which reminds me actually you have a 10% drain because of Shunko and Bankai, so that's 5 down to 51.
And yeah, charge would have been before that, right?
You entered with. Yeah, you get your natural regen back before the drain.
Yes, right. That was what I. Yeah. I realized that I could have dodged the attack before, but I'm not going to redo that.
How would you have been able to do that? Just because I'm forgetting.
Because of it's a semi.
Ah, yes. I might have chosen to count it as your one dodge for the encounter, though. So.
Yes. I would have understood that.
That's fine.
But I didn't say it at the time, so it won't
Yeah.
happen. Right. Let's see here what effects I have now again. Right.
Hmm?
Yeah. The one I don't have is Leopard's Paw.
Yes, one of your counterattack ones.
Yes. Which means I have the other counterattack one.
Yes, you do. Which does stack. If you're going to use that, like use your dash attack, I'd like you to roll a d12 for memory. No modifiers.
Okay, sure.
I didn't scroll down. 5. You feel like you're missing something, but you don't remember anything specifically. If you go for this attack.
Let's see. Because I do have. Well, actually. Maybe the other ones were not again those. I think. No, more fitting actually would be for her to sort of because I can carry actions over. She would be inclined to just sort of be a bit on the standby for the first turn.
So holding 3 actions then?
Yes, but first moving over here.
Okay, that makes sense. You're holding 3. Let me put that on here. Izuo Namida, you regain 10% up to 54, and then drain 5% down 4 to 50 from Bankai.
Alright.
I don't think you have anything at start of turn on your kit.
No.
The area around the user fills with water, so the whole battlefield.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
it's
if
waterlogged, yeah.
Nozomi is standing ground level or if she wants to float higher in the air. Because she can just float higher if she wants.
Yeah, you are. If you wanted to sort of float in the water, sort of off the ground, you could. It wouldn't give you any advantage necessarily, but it would just be for a flavor thing.
Yeah, I mean that would probably make sense.
Okay.
To hover just above water, I guess.
Okay. What do you wish to do then, Shigure?
I'm going to enter a stance
You've got 3 of them. Which one?
and go Hayashiki no kata.
Speed. Okay, you gain a stack of flow.
And right, there's no attack tied to these now.
There is no attack tied to Hayashiki. There's
Yeah,
no
that
attack
kind
tied
of-
to, yeah. There's no attack tied
that
to
kind
any
of-
of these, but Kyoshiki gives you access to a
Yeah.
bonus action attack, and Morishiki's bonus action shield, and Hayashiki bonus action dodge.
That kind of defeats the purpose of the naming, but yeah, sure.
I mean, bearing in
Uh,
mind how the kit you gave me had to modify it so it actually worked, and sort of, well, not worked, but sort of fit into
Yeah.
the style I was giving, and the walls of text before were a bit.
Well,
Looks like
I
it's
guess
several minutes per
essentially, instead of entering a stance, I guess it's more like I'm moving my blade in a specific pattern.
Yeah, I'd say you move it in a pattern to gain the stack of flow, and then you move it. Are you doing defense or strength next?
And then I move it in the defensive position.
Okay, so in the stack of conductive.
And once both movement patterns are finished,
Yep, you've got speed and defense, so you now have access to 10Q.
I hold the blade in front of me with the flat facing forward.
Mhm.
And then go. No holding back. And then I flick it forward so that it's facing edge first.
Okay. Roll 2d4.
I haven't said what I'm doing yet.
Okay, fair enough. I know what the attack is, so.
Are you?
Well, it's the speed defense attack, isn't it?
I was not going for that, no.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I'm confused.
As the edge is aligned parallel with the ground,
Mhm.
I'm essentially gonna use it to now move slightly, essentially using it like to reduce the resistance,
Mhm.
and I want to move over to, let's see, how much movement do I have now again?
Let me check. You have 5 movement.
Okay.
But I think your movement is doubled within. No, you don't have double movement within the area, but so you just have 5 movement. The movement doubling comes from Yudachi.
No, I have double movement.
Oh yes, user has movement doubled. Yes, I missed that part of the
Yeah,
text.
and enemies have movement half.
Yes, that part's definitely in there. I just forgot about. I guess my brain just skipped over movement double. Okay, so you have 10 movement then.
Yes. I'm gonna move my way over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over to here.
Do you move through a tile adjacent to the enemy?
I'm as I said, I'm floating around and I'm essentially floating above her.
So you're floating in an arc, so you don't go through a tile adjacent to the enemy where you could land a melee attack.
No, I'm essentially
Okay.
using the water to gracefully move over.
Okay. I just wanted to. That's what I just wanted to check if that was the thing you were doing or not. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're on the other side then.
Yeah. And upon landing, I will say, shall we dance? And go for a Kyoshiki no kata. As I move my sword into a more offensive pattern.
Ah, so now you're going for a riptide. Okay. 1, 1, and 1. Okay. So no attacks. So no combinations this turn then.
Yes,
Okay.
because there's no attack tied to the things, so.
Yeah, true. Oh wait, there are SP. I just realized yes, there are SP costs tied to the stances. Oops. That was the balancing on them. So you would have been able to do 2 of them, then you have to charge or do the combination. I'll allow you to retcon which two you want if you want to do two in a combination, or if you just want to do two in a charge, you can choose whatever as
In
well.
that case, I would have played completely differently.
Okay. What would
In that case, I
you...
would have just gone for a double Hayashiki.
Double Hayashiki, okay. So, do you want to do, so you want to do a 2 and a 1 for Hayashiki, then? Because you can do 2 actions, 1 action.
No, like double Hayashiki and then a charge.
Okay, so 2 stacks of speed and then a charge. So then down to 5, and then 9, 18, 36, up to 41.
Only that?
Well, you've got base, times 2 from charge itself, times 2 from being low. Oh, and times 2 again from once per turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's 72, not 36.
No, I don't have that, so no, it is 31 then, yes.
Okay, so it is 41. Okay. Yeah, because I think you didn't have the one charge per turn thing, then.
No.
Okay. Okay then, that's fine. So you've got 2 stacks of speed, and that's that. Seiji, your turn.
Okay. Summon.
Summon army. Okay.
Yeah.
Characters, the dudes. Still pizzaless. It is fine.
That's okay.
They have pizza in my heart. 5, 6, 7. Oh wait, I need to edit their base health. I just realized as well.
Yeah.
Let's fit you to 8 out of 8. And then copy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, you're small. Go away. There we go.
That's the 14-inch
God damn it.
pizza medium.
The bigger pizza, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so we've got one there, one there. The ones that aren't adjacent to you can move to any position.
Okay.
That's 2 spaces away.
There you go.
All right.
And then the free move, but
Yep. Okay.
meow.
Let me check something quickly. She doesn't view them worth her time. What's your... Oh, you also went down 16, so 65. Yeah, you went down to that. You've got 2 actions remaining.
I issue the ball to attack.
Alright, roll 6 Hakuto attacks from them against her.
1, 2,
Crit.
3, 4, 5, 6.
1 crit, so that's 6 equals 30 plus 9, 39 damage. Which goes down
Okay.
to 261. You've got 1 action left.
1 action left. Let's have a look at these spells.
Cat's asking to be fed very early today, it seems.
He usually starts pasturing around this time, to be honest.
Oh dear.
But he just gets ignored for 2 hours.
Oh god.
No.
It has been a year or so, hasn't it?
Yeah, you'd think he'd realise that crying incessantly for 2 hours doesn't work, but there you go.
Alright.
I'm gonna just use a Geki,
Which tier is that?
tier 1.
Tier 1, okay. Geki. Prevent target from taking 1 instance of movement next turn. Roll a Q attack against the enemy from yourself. And that's tier 1 times 2, so that's just 2 HP.
There you go.
Hit rate 10, okay. Enemy does not get their free movement next turn. No, it would be the... I'll just use that for serious purposes. Using it for its intended purpose rather than its comedy purpose.
Yeah, that's me done.
Huntress' turn. Free movement is gone. Any movement she's forced to take will be at half. Her movement is 5, so she'll only get 2 movement if she decides to move at any point during Shigure's Bankai.
My minions don't because they're small, right? They don't interfere with movement.
They do not interfere with movement, no.
Okay.
So she's not going to spend an action to force herself to move. Instead, she's going to... Which plan do I want? Okay, let's go for that one then. She's going to pull out one sword and stab it into the ground.
I'm not gonna let her use the ground. I'm gonna use one of my flow stacks to launch her into the air with a stream of water.
Roll a d12 for reaction speed. They're just open-ended. I'll let you have that considering your modifiers. Just your stats and stuff. So what you see is you see her pull out her sword, put it into reverse grip, raise it up. Assuming she's about to do something that involves her having to be grounded, you spend your flow stack to essentially force her to dodge the ground and put her up in the air.
Yep.
She would now be considered airborne for your purposes. Not that that really matters, but just so you're aware. She sort of looks at you and... Fine. And she's going to instead point that sword directly at you. Zero. And just blast you with a standard zero.
I'm gonna use my other flow to essentially just float away.
Okay, move up to movement spaces. 5 spaces, not 10.
2, 3, 5.
Okay. So that's 2 of her actions done. Seeing you dodge this, she's going to... She's going to use an action to essentially dash attack the ground to perform the attack she was originally going to try and do. Putting her back on the ground. And she now stabs the floor. And she is now holding that position. It is Arven's turn. She has a 5% drain due to Bankai. Let's see what she has. I forget. No, it's not in that one. It's in the other one. Characters. Let me do that. Do that. She's going to spend 3 actions to cast Susienjo 3 times, or Suisei rather, 3 times, gaining 3 stacks of Comet. And what you see her do is you see that the sun's rays are filtering through the sand above. She fires an arrow directly through it, and it sort of just 3 arrows rather, and it just completely vanishes into the sky. That's her turn. Stella's turn now. Regen up 4 to 34. She's going to, and then down 4 again, so she's just at neutral. She has, what movement does she have? She has 8 movement, plus 1 from Shunko to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She goes here, she'll have 8, so she's going to move here with her free movement. And then let me check Shunko specifically. How I phrase this, because she has the same one as Nozomi. Bonus action. Okay. So bonus action dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, bonus. Oh, sorry. She can move. It is equal to distance. Yeah, she can dash in a straight line to target. So she'll dash that from here, entering the same space as this minion, which I'll move off to the side for ease of use. And then she will make a ZS attack against the enemy. It's 8 base damage plus. Oh god, this is going to be such a bloody mess. Okay, so it's guaranteed heavy crit from her Bankai. It's 8 base damage plus destruction times 5. No, destruction times 4, sorry. So she has plus 8 damage to it, so 16. Plus 1 additional lightning damage from weapon passive, plus 1 additional lightning damage from the Shikai passive. And I don't think she gains extra damage. Oh yeah, she does. She gets 1 extra lightning damage from Elemental Shrinker at base, so she gets plus 3 lightning damage. So 8, 16, 19, heavy crit, 38. She spends 1 of her lightning daggers to essentially cleave the air into a vacuum, which is then filled by a lightning bolt from the sky, coming down from the...
There is no air.
The water, then. It's spiritual water. You know what I'm trying to say. Is that the point is that there's the gap between her and her enemy while she's in melee range is just essentially cleaved into nothingness, which is then filled with a lightning strike. The dagger in her hand splinters into fragments and vanishes. She deals 38, so down to 2, 2, 3. Plus, there was also the 8 dash damage, so that's another 16 from the heavy crit, so down 203, 207. That's 1 attack spent. She has 3 actions left because Shunka gives her a bonus 1. She's going to spend 1 of them to charge, so 4, 9, 18, up to 46, and battle high. And then she looks to Seijo. Mind if I blast your minions a bit?
Yeah, go for it.
She rolls her head and sort of, and then, using 1 of her remaining 3 actions, she's going to spend a movement to move back to Arven's position, and rest her hand on her shoulder in order to temporarily boost her Kido casting abilities. And combining Arven's Kido expertise with her own Bankai, extremely lightning aspect of power, she's going to use a spell she shouldn't have access to at her level, which is Hiryugekizoku Shinten Raiho. So that's going to be a tier 9, so that's all of her SP minus, aside from 1. Sending a blast in a chosen direction, dealing 15 lightning damage to all enemies hit, with incantation, but it requires incantation, so that's fine. Rolling a Kido attack against enemy, that's a hit. She sends it slightly north, so it does misuse Seijo. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, she sends it that way. So then, this deals 15 damage to all entities in the line. So that's 197, 192. Your minions are all about to take... Every minion adjacent to the enemy, plus this one, will take 15 damage. Do you wish to save them in any capacity? Seijo?
Sorry, I was muted.
That's all right.
So it's 15 damage.
To every
each, right?
to all 5 of the all 6 of these minions. So these 5 adjacent and this one. Do you wish to save them in any
Okay.
capacity?
Let's see if I. If I leave a minion at 1 HP, is that 7 damage that I'm preventing or 14?
You're preventing. Well, each one takes 15. So 15 minus 8 is 7. You're preventing. 8. You're preventing essentially 8 damage on each of them. So you'd have to take 8 damage for each minion you want to survive at 1 HP.
Right. 6 8s are 42. No, they're not. It's 48. So. Yeah, screw it. I'll do that.
Okay, so 67 minus 48 is 19. So you go down to 19 HP. And all of your minions are left at 1. And
Yeah.
you see when this massive beam of electricity vanishes, all of them have been essentially burnt for you by the electricity due to Arven's spiritual pressure being mixed in with it.
Oh, cool.
It would be panko, though.
What do you mean?
You electrolyze bread to make panko breadcrumbs.
I was not aware of that.
It's why it gets that aerated texture.
Okay, fine. They start to float upwards. Okay, fine. They also start to float upwards in the water a little bit. They've now been aerated.
It's why it doesn't have that hard crust. It's because it's by electricity, so the whole loaf is cooked at the same time instead of just crust and dead inside.
Today I learned. Thank you for sharing that information with me. The minions now floating in the water like landmines, basically, like sea mines, basically.
Cool.
That's Stella's turn. Nozomi, you go up to cap and down 5. Your buffs go down to 2 turns each.
Yes, and also, already last turn actually, I would have been at full HP, but because of Tiger Stance.
Yes, you are correct. So you would have been at full HP last turn.
Yes. Which, well.
Yeah.
That's as I am now.
Yep, you are now, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got 4 of your 5 buffs. The enemy has their sword in the ground, so you're not quite sure what they're doing. But you know the last person they tried to attack was Shigure.
Yes.
You did notice, however, that last time that you were attacked with a sword from the ground, so you might surmise that this might be a similar effect.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only people still on the ground is Stella and Arven and Seijo, really.
True, but she's still targeting you with this. Bear in mind, so
Yes,
she might have a way to circumvent the fact that you're not on the ground.
Okay.
Also, well, though, I noticed, well, I mean, Stella was able to attack her.
Yep.
So I would have seen that.
She chose not to block any of Stella's attacks for some reason. She starts because the thing you would have remembered that you now do remember is that she has a once per turn unconditional block with her wing.
Yeah.
Can I roll intelligence or something to try and figure something out?
D12. And I'll add it modifies in my head. Yep. What do you want to figure out?
Is she storing up the damage?
She's not. But thank you for giving me the idea. She's not doing it for this attack, don't worry. If she was, she would basically just one-shot everybody here because we didn't have Yasha anymore. Like, Seijo might be able to survive, but he just made his minions alive, so...
Yeah. Well, I'm actually right. How did we say? I couldn't. I had one extra action because of Shunko last turn as well. So, but
Yes.
could I save before, or how did we decide on that?
You can only save your base 3 actions. Shunko's an internal force, so you can save that too, but you can't save one's gained from Shigure's Shikai because that's an external force.
So then
Yeah,
I
but that's not applied anyway.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
because you're not in the form. So you technically did carry over 4 actions. You're correct.
yes. Okay.
And you
Well.
and you use those after your current 4 actions.
Yes. I guess so. Yeah. Well, I'll. Yeah. I'm currently 4 tiles away from her.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, you are 4 tiles away from her.
Uh,
And you would be able to essentially move through Seijo due to Shigure's water, but allowing you to go over him.
Nice. Yeah. So then I move 19 tiles away then,
Okay.
and then yeah, do the
The dash in.
19 Senki. Yes.
Okay. There you go. I'll just move this minion out the way. So you move into this tile here. As you move into melee range, she's going to lock eyes with you. Nothing happens right now, just so you're aware. So you can roll your ZS attack then. And that's going to be a plus 18 to the attack from the movement.
Yes. Well, 23, right? Since I was already 4 tiles away.
Oh yeah, so you move, so you move 23 tiles, you said.
Yes. Also, since I have Cheetah's core,
Mm-hmm.
it's as much again.
So doubled, okay.
Yeah, so that's
So you
already
so you effectively moved 46 tiles.
Yes, actually, the Lions War thing. No, actually, the Lions War wasn't.
You still have your 20% damage buff. It's just the allies don't have 20%.
Yes, yes,
increased dealt.
allies don't have it. Yes, good. So there was nothing with that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
So roll ZS.
Yes.
That's not a crit. Thank God for me. So 8 plus 23 times 2, 46, 54. She is going to unconditional block that, taking 0
Yeah.
damage, because that is an insane. That's even more than Stella did. You still have 7 actions left this turn,
Yes.
and you could Cat's War if you wanted to. Given how that would refresh your duration of all stance buffs. However, you might choose to do that next turn instead if you just want to do other things.
Yes. Well, I mean, I just realized.
What have you just realized?
How far away can I get from her? I could take extra movements.
Let me check the wording on Shunko, on Lightning Shunko, just to be sure. Lightning is dash in a straight line to a target as a bonus action. Ah, I see. I've made a mistake in the wording, which I'm not going to retcon. I should have said up to movement tiles. Yeah, you could in theory take several actions to move like hundreds of tiles away, dash in a straight line towards her, and then just double and then do like 200 damage to her. I'm going to just place my theory on you that you won't do that, but I'm not going to retcon it. But I will put a once per turn on that, which it already was anyway, because you were using it as an engage.
Maybe you could cap the damage rather than the distance.
Yeah, I mean capping the damage at 20 past this initial use would probably work, because 20 movement is already like more than everybody else in the game can do.
Still get the luxury of the utility of the distance
Yeah.
without the oppressive nature of
Yeah.
it being broken.
Yeah, I'd say that you can move an infinite amount of tiles, but it's just like caps 20 damage or 25 or something past this point.
Yeah.
That's fine. I won't retcon it back though.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that was also plus 20%, but I think.
Yeah, she blocked it anyway, so.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, so well, just was it possible to do the Rising Senkai again this turn, or?
I'm gonna lock it at once per turn, given the damage boost it gives you now.
Okay, yeah.
Because you essentially like spend an action to go back movement tiles and spend action to dash in movement tiles, and when your current state, that's like 40 damage.
Yes.
Which could crit. So.
Yep. Yeah. So, but yeah, the attack itself was one action, so I have used 2 actions. So
you have 7 left because you spent your movement to go back, bonus action dash, action attack. So you have your you have 3 actions remaining this turn plus the 4 from last turn.
Yes, so it's 7. Yeah,
so you
okay.
could do 7 ZS attacks if you wanted to.
Yes, I could do that, or let's see what else I could do. Again, because right. Would Yamane Kosogi would that use Shunko as well, or how did?
Yamane Kosogi is it's just an attack that deals ×3 damage. It does have the Shunko modifier because you have at least 5 in Zanjutsu. So yes, you make a ZS attack and I just multiply damage by 3.
Okay, yeah. I might as well do that because I can charge afterwards and
okay.
regain.
So that's 56, 23, 11, so down to 40. That's a crit, so 8, 16, 24, 36. Plus 20% is 7, 43. So she goes down to 149.
Yes. And then I want to do a Yamane Kosogi again.
Roll a d12 for perception as you go to do this.
Okay.
You don't notice, alright. You're going to lock in that attack then?
Yeah, well, of course, because I didn't notice.
29. As you go to make the second strike with the blade tripled again to 9 claws, essentially, you sense that you've made a mistake, and the enemy pushed to half their HP. Blocks the attack again. She's still channeling her other attacks, so there doesn't seem to be any change right now. But you sense that she's not going to take any more damage for a while.
Okay.
So you have 5 actions left.
Yes.
So the enemy is currently essentially in a defensive stance. Still in the same pose that they were before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's see what. One second. Okay. Yes. Mm, mm. 5 items left. Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Mm, you won't take any more damage this turn, you said, right?
For the foreseeable future.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It means I can still try to do other stuff.
Yes, you can.
Kiyomitsu Onryodo Kirameki.
Okay. Let me check what that was.
The blind.
The blind, right. Kirameki. Roll. That's a tier 5, so that's 5, 10, 15, I think 25 for you, unless you have 10 in Kia. Let me check your stats.
Yes, I have.
You have 8,
I
so yes.
25.
Yes,
Yes.
so that's 25, so you're down to 4.
Yes.
Kirameki, roll a Kido attack against it.
Yep.
4, that'll do. So the enemy who locked eyes with you essentially now is blinded now. They are unable to see where they're attacking, which may be a problem. Whether that's a problem for them or you, you'll find out once it gets back to their turn. You have 4 actions left, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I might as well. Kiyonitsu Onryodo Kusanagi.
Kusanagi. That's the tier 1, because it's the only one you have the resources to cast right now.
Yes.
Do you wish to do this before you charge? Because going to 0 SP will drop your Bankai.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, then. Yeah, I didn't realize it was immediate upon.
Yep.
Yeah, so then I charge first.
Okay, so you charge first. You don't have a limitation on your... Oh, you do, yes. So
Yes.
5.6, 11, 22. So you got to 26?
Yeah, because that was with the special fighter problem. Yes.
Yes, it is. And now you do Kusanagi?
No, actually,
Okay,
no.
that's fine.
I won't.
So you
Yeah,
have...
I was thinking that maybe I could do that before, which was, just wanted to hear it. Yeah. No, I'd rather do that than just with
got
one.
3 actions left, I think.
Yes, correct. Right, since she won't get me damage.
You could... let me check. You could try and heal somebody. I think. I forget what I said about the Kaido interacting with Seijo. If
I
anything.
realized a massive issue, but
What is it?
No, yes, that my kit doesn't really work.
In what way?
I need massive amounts of SP every turn, because if I want to do one of my like combo strikes, that takes 50 SP to use.
45, but yes. It takes half your SP.
No, I need at least 46 because.
Wait, hang on, no, it's 45, but then that goes down to 22, so you only need 45 because it'll go 44 plus 1. to leave you at
fair.
1.
But then I can't charge that turn either. So
Yeah. It's a strong.
Essentially,
You can spend. Here's the thing: if you choose to spend 2 actions to do a buff and charge on the 3rd, then you still gain out of it. Like you gain 3 actions worth of buffs out of it. So charging is action neutral in that situation. It's just that it's and that only costs you 25% SP as well.
the issue here is that that's not what you have done.
What have I done?
I only get 2 worths for 2.
No, you get 3 because
I've only
it's
used
one.
two-
It's
I
one.
don't- I've only used 2 flows.
Yeah, because you use 2 1-action flows, as opposed to 1 2-action flow.
I meant that as double speed, as in I do the extended version.
Okay, then you'll have an extra flow stack left.
Yeah, but then I would have used that flow ages ago to keep it from the ground. So
Okay, well, I'll say you've still got it, and then you've also still got plus 22 SP for because you only used 1 action of it. Anyway, back to Nozomi then for 3 turns.
Yeah. I actually don't think I will choose anymore.
Do you want to move somewhere else?
No.
Okay, those 3 actions.
Well, kept for dodges, which...
Yeah, you'll
well,
keep them for dodge until your next turn, basically. Until your next
yeah.
turn hits,
So if
basically.
I do them 5 times, I can try to dodge those.
Yeah. You do have extra dodge actions.
Yeah.
Shigure's turn now. You regain up to 72.
man, doesn't really work then.
Yeah, the enemy is currently effectively invulnerable.
That's not even what matters. It's just that action cost is action cost and SP opportunities. So this is. I'll. So I need to go down. I can't go down that low.
Yeah, you can't get below 10% this turn, I don't think.
Okay.
66 will put you to 8, actually, yeah. But then that
Seeing
would...
the situation, I'm gonna move over here.
Okay. Oh, I just realized you also have the 5% drain, so down to 68. I forgot to factor that in.
And then, while I'm doing that, I'm gonna move my blade in a defensive stance.
Normal or strengthened?
It's normal.
Okay, so you're getting conductive. That's down 22 to 46.
And then I'm gonna transfer 45 SP to Stella. No, 45 minus. How much is it? I can.
What is this?
I'm like just the transfer action.
Oh yeah, that was a thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna transfer. Let's see, 20 to her.
20, okay. So you go down 26. She goes up to 21.
Yes. Actually, wait a second. Right, it's down 1 tier for Kitos for me, and then 4 instead of 5. So it's actually more I'm gonna transfer over.
Okay.
So let me just calculate how much I'll need. So I need 1, of course, to stay at Bankai.
Yeah.
And then 4 times 4 for a 5 tier, right?
Tier 5 down to tier 4, 4 times 4, 16, yeah. So you want to go down to 17, I'm assuming?
Yes, it runs to 29 to her.
29, so she goes up to 30. And you go down to 17.
Yes.
So
Then
that's...
I'm gonna spend 16 of them.
Okay.
Well, if you won't let us attack you, I suppose we should even the playing field. Shinto.
That's, one of yours?
Yes, and while I'm not directly touching her, she is in the water, which means that I can use Shinto on anyone who touches the water.
Yes, you can.
Mm.
Because it is osmosis. So you equalize your SP percentage. Guess
Yes.
what? 1 over 90 is 1%. And then she's at 80%, so you would go to 40% roughly each. So she goes down to 40, and you go up to 36.
Yep, and that puts her in a position where she can't use resurrection.
How so?
She's below half.
SP, where was that coming from? I'm sorry.
Don't you have the same requirement for Bankai? You need half SP to pay.
Oh, right, yeah, she would need half SP for Resurrection if she was going into it, yeah. That's your turn then?
Yes.
Okay, Sage up. You regen up to 27.
Yeah, I'm gonna bop with the minions again.
The enemy is invulnerable currently.
Oh.
Remember that you can freely transfer health between all your minions. So if you... And this one here that's off to the side is technically in Nozomi's position. So if
Right.
you wish to, say, transfer HP from these minions to these minions, you could spend 6 from each of them to give each of these minions 1 more HP, which would then further give +2 to their explosions when the enemy then loses their invulnerability. And that's just free. You can do that whenever you want.
Or I could.
You could also...
Are they just invulnerable forever for now, or
they're just unconditionally taking 0 damage from all attacks at the moment.
can I still affect them with a spell then?
You would be able to inflict debuffs, yes. The blind was inflicted after the invulnerability went up.
Okay. Go on, let me just check which page it's on.
Okay.
So this one. Sure. Disrupts Jason. I'm gonna step here.
Okay.
For my first action, I will cast Hakufuku as an incantation.
Okay, so that's 2 actions then. So you spend 2 of your 3 actions to do that. So that's 5 times... Let me check what level your Kido is. Your Kido is 10, so that's 5 times 2. So you only get 10 HP. So down to 17.
And I can technically cast another incantation without using an additional action because of a passive that I have.
You can cast... let me check. Yes. At the cost of 3 actions and the SP of both, you can cast 2 incantation Kido spells.
That's right.
Yes, so you would
I have 1 action left, don't I?
Yes, but you would be able to use that for an incantation Kido spell under that passive.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm going to absorb all of these 1 health minions.
That's a free action. You can just do that whenever you want.
Yeah, I'm just going to absorb them all.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 HP regen. You got to 23.
So I need to roll for the spell, right?
Yes, do roll a Kido attack against your enemy.
Right. I need to select myself.
Yes, I'm just moving Nozomi out of the way so you can click easier.
Did I click the right thing?
I think so. I think their Kido should be... I mean, I think their Kido is probably lower than Nozomi's, so it's whatever. That would be a hit
Well,
then.
I did Kido last time. What's the values? The values are the same.
Yeah, okay. So that prevents them from being... they can't regen SP next turn.
Okay.
And then you have one action left still.
Yep. I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
That's their free movement still, because you
That's
moved
their
up.
free movement,
So
yeah.
you still have one action left.
I won't heal if they're not taking any damage. Attacking won't heal me, right?
I would rule it that the damage goes through it, then gets reduced to 0, but you would still heal for the damage dealt, effectively.
I'll do an attack then.
Okay, so make an attack against them.
Yeah, this is a Hakadur attack.
Okay, so you just punch, or kick, or whatever you want. Ooh.
I failed.
You go to punch them, and you punch and you punch one of their sort of bone wings. You take 1 damage when you break one of your fingers on the bone. You sort of shake your hand like, ow.
Wonderful. That's my turn.
The cat made the owl sound for me. Hanja's turn. She's blind. She cannot regen SP this turn. She's burnt, and she cannot take damage. They're pushing me harder than I thought. Maybe I should have taken it off her, but there's no fun in that yet. No regrets. And she pushes the sword further into the ground. All adjacent targets will be attacked by a blade coming out of the ground, or if you're floating above the ground, it essentially materializes just beneath your feet. She's going to roll against Seijo first. That's a miss. She's blinded, so don't need to roll disadvantage for that. Nozomi, she's going to roll with disadvantage. I think, what was the blind effect again, if I actually listed an effect for blind? I don't think I did.
Target anyone but self.
Yes, that is fair enough. This is, however, basically an AoE attack around her, which is why I was asking before about adjacent allies. So that's a disadvantage. That is still a 14. Roll her Z accuracy. I'm just gonna give you the roll automatically because she's blinded.
Okay.
Because you have a dodge action, so that's one of your actions gone down to 2.
Yeah. And I will then use Leopard's Paw.
All right, so that's 25% of your maximum SP for that. Allowing attacks opportunity made against a target moving from or through adjacent tiles and gain a stack of instincts. So you go down by 11 SP, down to 15.
Yes.
And you get up to 5 stacks of this. And you get to your... that, so then I click that off, put that back on, click that off, put that back on, there we go. Your stances are now all in order, I think, unless that's, no, that 2 actions left. Not even full zoom is enough to see all these anymore. So then you have all 5 stacks now. So she missed Seijo entirely. The minions, on the other hand, let's have a look-see. That is a 1, and that is a 0. So she misses this one. This one hits. Double the base. So this minion will take 10 damage. Do you wish to save it?
No.
Okay, boy. That's her first action then. She has 2 actions remaining. She's going to spend an action to cleanse the blind by sort of infusing her eyes with hollow energy to sort of heal the temporary damage. Unable to regain SP, she's going to look around, see what the situation is. At this rate, you'll push me further than I expected, a lot faster than I imagined. She's going to sheath her one of the swords that she's holding, and enter an EI stance. Let's go for that. And the invulnerability falls off. Arven's turn. SP stays the same. She uses 3 more comets. Stella's turn. She's going to stay the same on SP as well because she has double drain. And she is going to simply move forward normally. As she enters range, she's going to be Z-attacked from the AI stance. That's a hit rate of 10. Stella does have dodges, so she's going to roll a dodge. Evasion 10. I'm going to roll 2d12. The leftmost one is for the Huntress. No, 2d10, sorry. Not 2d12. Well, that's still 10, so Huntress is going to hit anyway. That is a 12 damage hit, down to 18 HP. Stella is going to make her ZS attack, however, which is a guaranteed heavy crit, plus 3 base lightning damage is 8, and also plus another 8, so 16, 19, 38 damage. She spends one lightning blade to do that. Enemy goes down 38 to 1, 2, 1. But the enemy gets another Z attack in response. That's a guaranteed crit. Stella's going to roll another dodge. Which is another 2d10. Leftmost is Huntress. Well, that's another d10, so Huntress just hits this again. That is a crit. That's going to be 15 damage. So it's down to 3. Seeing this, she's going to move back off. However, the enemy gets another attack opportunity on that. That's not a crit. Rolling 2d10. Left is Huntress. Another 3. Okay.
Shield.
Okay. Shield is 25% of your total SP, which is 45.
No, no. Conductive.
Yeah. Shield totaling 25% divided by 2 of user's SP.
Yes, but it doesn't use my.
Yeah, that's I was just trying to calculate. So it was 25% of yours is 22. Half is 11. So 11 HP shield on a 10 damage hit. Yeah, she doesn't take any damage then, and she has one shield left over, but that will just vanish after the hit. The third strike of the enemy goes to land on Stella, but it gets pushed aside by the water, and she sort of, thanks, Shigure.
You're quite far too reckless. Even Joshua is more conserved than you.
Right, if you say so. She's going to crouch down, and Arven's going to rest a hand on her shoulder and just admonish her as we go back to Nozomi's turn. You go up and then back down. So you go up 5, down 5, stay where you are.
Yes.
You have all 5 stances.
Indeed.
And you have no actions carried through, so you have 4 actions this turn currently.
Yes.
Remind me, can you give turns or actions?
Nozomi can take actions at the cost of 25% maximum SP. And she can give actions if she dodges and gains Fickle Fighter.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. I did dodge.
You
last-
did dodge, yes, that's correct. So you do have a stack of Fickle Fighter. Would you have given that to somebody else?
Um,
Or would you have used it to do anything?
no,
Given the enemy was invulnerable at the time.
yes, I would have given it to someone else.
Okay. Everyone's within movement range, so you can retcon if you wanted to move over and give it to somebody, and that
Yes.
would place you at that position at the start of this turn instead.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's say that I did give it to Shigure.
Okay, so Shigure has an extra action this turn then.
Yes.
Okay, so you still have your 4 actions then.
Yes. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. To see what happened, but I think well, I suppose I might as well just use Cat's War now.
All right. That's with all stacks.
Yes.
So we get this. Let's have a look. See then. So that's 11 SP. You then regain 1 charge's worth, so 11. So it costs nothing. Your next Wildcat costs nothing. You gain extra action, nullifying the actual cost of the entire cost of Cat's War. So you're back to 4 actions this turn. All stance buffs are inflicted to maximum. There are no debuffs on the enemy, so those aren't refreshed. Carvio's Nevermore. All allies gain a guaranteed dodge on battle high. So that means Stella gets to tick her battle high here that she had before for 25%, so 7 up to 10. Then your battle high gets to tick up to 17. Everyone else gets battle high as well if they didn't have it already. So that's Arven. Cedric can't get it.
Can I channel my spare battle eye into a stack of one of a random variety?
Roll a d3. Defense. So you gain a
Yes.
stack of conductive, yes. So put you on normal lightning. And then all rolls until the end of the start of Nozomi's next turn for all allies are advantage, and all successes are crits. You'll also have 1 guaranteed dodge. I'm gonna drop your Cat's War stacks. These are all refreshed to 3 turns. I'm just gonna drop all of them from my own ease and just give you let's say this, because it's explosive. Yeah, you just have all of your buffs at
Yeah, at 3 turns. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
3 turns. So now you have 4 actions remaining. First Wildcat costs no SP. Entering melee range, leaving melee range, or making attack against the enemy will provoke an attack from them.
Yes, I am aware. Well, I mean, I will move, so like 1 here and then 18 more away, so that
Alright.
means tiles.
19, and then you zoom. Upon entering,
Yes.
no crit.
Yeah.
Do you wish to a bonus action dodge or guaranteed dodge?
I am going to let it make Nozomi dodge by spending a flow stack, which should further accelerate her because I'm pushing her further, faster, and around.
I'll give you 1 extra point of damage on that then. Where do you want to? You two decide where you want the zombie to end up.
I'm gonna use the water's trickiness to put her behind the enemy, so where they wouldn't be just expecting it.
Is that good with you, Nozomi?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you make your dash in. As you stop, and all of the kinetic energy that you've built up from this dash, essentially the inertia of it pushes it into your sword. The enemy goes to attack you with their EI stance. You feel the water around you push you up, over, down, and around, leaving you behind the enemy. Make your ZS attack.
Yes. 2 of them, I suppose, because advantage.
Yes, make with advantage then. But it's guaranteed crit anyway, so it's basically just making sure that's success. So you have crit on this. It's 8 base plus 19 plus 20 times 2 because you moved an extra plus 1 from Shigure's movement. So 40. 48 with crit. 48 60 8 is 12
72?
72, yes, you're correct. So you would deal 72 damage with this. Bloody hell. I should have given them more HP. 1, 2, 1 minus 72, 49. Provoking an attack. Not a crit. You have guaranteed dodge, and you have your 2 bonus dodges.
I will try to use a bonus dodge.
Bonus dodge first. Okay, roll d10.
Yes.
You have to roll 10. You did not. This goes through. You can guarantee dodge if you want, just to overwrite it.
Yes. Yeah, but I was just wondering if this advantage on all rolls.
Yes, I would give you another d10 here if you. Yes, that's true.
Yeah. Well,
Still not a 10.
yeah.
Oh well.
Help. But I'm thinking fine with taking 1. I'll save the guaranteed
Okay,
dodge.
so that's 10 damage then.
Yes.
Do you want to eat your battle high to heal it?
How was it again? Did Battle High?
Battle high is 25%, so you would be healing by 7.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Okay.
I don't think I have any bonus for keeping it. Exactly.
Yeah, you don't.
Yes, so then I have 3 left then.
You do have 3 actions left, yes.
Yes.
You've used your movement.
Yes, exactly. So I want to do Yamane Kosugi,
Okay, make your attack.
which is a free one.
That's a guaranteed crit, because at least it hasn't rolled a 0 or lower.
Yeah.
Basically, the only way you can fail here is if you roll 2 zeros or lower. So that's 8, 16, 24, times 1.5, 36 damage. The enemy does block it on their wing with their first unconditional block.
Yes.
So they use rather than all 3 of their wing claw things sort of blocking attack, only one of them blocks it this time, and it blocks it for the full damage.
Yeah.
And then that one sort of goes up into a more outstretched position. The other 2 remain sort of around the torso.
Yeah. I will try another.
Okay, minus 11 SP down to 4. That's going to be another crit. So that's going to be 2 in a row.
Yes.
So that's going to be times 9 this time. I think. Or was it times 6? No, it was times 6. I remember because of the second session. Yeah, it was times 6. So 8 times 6 is 48. Crit means it's actually 12 times 6, which is 72. So you would deal 72 damage with this. The second sort of claw appendage blocks it again. You have 1 action remaining, assuming a charge.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is 5, 11, 22, up to 26.
Yeah.
Shigure, you go up to 45. You have 3 actions this turn plus the Fickle Fighter action, which must be made against the enemy.
Yes.
So you would
I
be able to
will-
charge and then use like a long or short and then no SP.
Seems you still have some fight in you.
There's plenty left where that came from.
We shall see about that. Kiyomitsu Yodo. Renka.
Renka, okay. Let me go to the sheet. Renka. Where are you hiding?
Tier 3.
Tier 3, okay. So that's going to be tier 2 times 4, which is 8. So you go down to 37.
Yes.
Drains 20% maximum SP of the contact entity.
Yes.
Roll a Kudo attack to see if it lands. And you have advantage on this as well, doesn't matter. Using 20% maximum SP, so they go down to 20. And you get 20 back, so 57.
And then you seem
Let's-
to be quite fond of blocking. Let's see how much you can block. And I'm going to do the 2 attacks that leads into it
Okay.
on Yoken. Thank you.
Thank you. So you're going to do speed and defense.
Yes.
So 1 stack of flow, 1 stack of conductive. So 1 and 3. And then you're going to, and those cost you 22 SP each, so down 44 to 13. And then with no SP cost, you're going to use 10Q, so roll 2d4. Six plus 5 hits of 1 damage, so 11 hits of 1 damage each. Crit won't buff it from 1 to 2. Will buff it from won't buff it from 1 to 2. You do have a stack of Riptide.
I don't know.
You do not. Okay.
That's why I thought a crit would do that.
That's okay. Yeah, crit would buff it up to 2 then. Yeah. So you did 11 hits, so 22 damage then.
Yes.
They choose not to block any of it with the last appendage sort of around their waist. So down to 27 HP remaining. That's your turn.
Not.
Hmm?
I will then.
You used 1 action to.
I know I'm out of actions, but I have my movement.
You do have your movement, yes.
I'm going to stand in front of Stella and Arban and move towards them.
You get attacked.
I'm going to use a conductive on myself.
That's the shield.
Yes. So essentially, I'm just slowly walking towards them and using the shield to make sure that my momentum isn't stopped, so that I'm still slowly
Okay, so use a conductive. You take no damage.
And then, as I stand in front of them, I pull out the vial again and offer it.
I don't want your pity. She makes no move to bat it aside or break it, but she seems to be almost offended by the offer this time. I made my choice.
Well, even if you don't want to use it, at least this gesture will make it at least a fair fight. He will open the vial, causing the liquid to leak out into the water. And I will then use one of my bonus action flow stacks to direct the liquid in the water into whatever orifice she has open.
Probably a mouth on nose. She's breathing pretty heavily. I don't like that you're forcing this. She's almost appalled at your actions. Why don't you respect the choice I made? And as she gets finished, almost finishes her sentence, the first particles of this vial enter her mouth, and she sort of stops.
And as a response to her being cut off, Shigure will simply kind of pull his hat slightly down and go, "There is no honor in a broken blade."
Doesn't mean I. She seems very angry at you. Just because you're giving me this doesn't mean I have to stoop so low as to use it. I'm not going to skip Seijo's turn, but I'm going to give her an extra turn right now. She's going to... let's see. She's going to remain in the AI stance. But you see her shudder as she takes this in. The burn from the lightning and fire fades. She looks eyes with you, Shigure. I'll take your head first. And there's an explosion of spiritual energy as she heals to full. It is now Seijo's turn.
Okay.
She is still in the EI stance. So she will counterattack any attack made against her, whether or moving into range or moving out of range. However, her range is only 1.
Alright. So she'll counter an attack.
Any attack made within melee range of her, but her range is only 1.
But she'll also attack if I move out of
She'll attack if you
range.
move out, yes. But the attacks will only do 10 damage. Or rather, they did 10 damage. But which Shigure can completely nullify if he chooses to. You also have a guaranteed dodge. From Nozomi's passive. Any rolls you make, you have advantage, and any successes are critical.
Right. Well, I might as well back away.
Okay, she makes an attack against you.
Yeah.
That's not a crit. You can take 10 damage, you can guaranteed dodge it. Your choice.
I'll take the dodge.
Alright, you feel almost cat-like for a second as you simply dodge the attack with an ease you've never had before as you step backwards.
Okay.
You have 3 actions remaining. Oh, and you also regen up to 39.
And now I already did my regeneration.
Oh, okay, well, fair enough.
So, yeah.
Okay,
I was at 22, so...
fair enough.
Oh no, I was at 23.
Yeah, you're 23.
I math wrong.
It's fine.
Let's see. So, can only counterattacks within melee direction.
Your Bankai, I believe, has 2 range, should you choose to use it.
Bankai. Where is my Bankai? I've lost it.
It's Kogeta Tenkichi Psycho. And I believe when I messaged you, it should be one of the most recent messages in the kit. Let me go back to here, and...
Yeah, I've got it here.
Yep, it's there.
The list of abilities. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I suppose I could do that. I'll bank either.
Okay, so you spend 16 HP to recast all your minions down
Yeah.
to 15. Then you merge them all.
Yeah.
And your mech has arrived with 8 times 8 HP.
Okay. And I'll just get inside it straight away.
Okay, so you let me see. So you spend 2 actions to summon it.
Yeah.
Then you get inside using that, so you have 1 action remaining this turn.
Okay. I'll just have it occupy the space that I'm in.
Okay, I'll just move you off to over here then,
Yeah.
just so because you're in there essentially.
Okay. So any action. Just in time. No, that would hit allies. First and second class.
Oh, also, I'm going to give you another 8 HP. Because there was a minion left over that you would have had to have eaten before the resummon.
What was that? I couldn't see that.
Yeah, it was like between Shigure and the enemy's health bars.
Yeah, I would have done that. Yeah. I couldn't see it.
Yeah, that's fine. I only just noticed it.
Let's see, grab.
Yep, you would be able to grab, and you have advantage on it.
Yeah, I'll try the grab.
Okay.
So it's a Hakadah attack.
Yes, and they will.
With advantage.
Yes. That's a crit. That's gonna just force a success.
Okay.
The target is grappled.
Okay. That costs health. How much health does it cost me? 10%?
It was 10% of maximum HP, so it costs you 6, so you're down to 58.
Yeah.
The enemy is grappled. For narrative purposes, I'll say that you're now adjacent like that, but you don't proc
I
their.
don't get the cut. Yeah.
You don't proc their thing. They are grappled.
Makes sense. Yeah.
You cannot make any other actions this turn.
I have
However,
none left anyway.
Yep, that's fine. It's enemy's turn. They're going to make a Hakadah check, so they're going to roll a d12. Plus their Hakadah, which is 6, which is 16. However, I think in this situation, given that your max is effectively 20, because it's 10 for the purpose of stat calculation, then doubled for the purposes of damage.
It doesn't mention any save, so I don't know whether it's just a contested roll or.
Oh right, yeah, I don't think I put that in that text. But essentially they may just make a check at the start of their turn. But they didn't pass it anyway, so it's fine.
Okay.
So their only attacks they can make against you, aside from their EI stance, which just means that some attacks happen automatically.
Right.
So they will make a Z attack against you, which is a hit rate of 2 with 10 damage. As you are in the mech, you can transfer HP if you wish to.
Yeah, I'll take the 10 to myself.
Okay, you take the 10. Seeing that the mech is basically completely unaffected, they're going to spend 20 SP to raise their hand to the sky and palm open. And looking at Shigure, thanks for this. And they close their hand into a fist. It's a radius of 10. Every entity inside takes a Zanjitsu attack from a falling sword. Shigure
Can I
against
use
Shigure's
the,
crit.
I have the guaranteed dodge from Nozomi still.
Yes,
I'll
you
use
do.
that.
So you can dodge that if you want.
Which roll is for which person?
The first was for Shigure, the second is for Nozomi, and the third is for your mech.
Okay, what's the fourth roll?
The hit roll.
Oh,
the
the
hit rate
2 was
two.
the first one on
Yeah,
me on my turn.
yeah, that was the
Okay.
first one.
Well, not the, yeah, okay, so I'm the crit. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
How much is the crit?
that'll be 15.
I'll take 12 of it and let the mech take 3.
Okay. Down to 55. So Shigure has this guaranteed dodge. Nozomi, roll a dodge if you wish to, because you still have, I think, at least one bonus for it left, and yep, you have one bonus left.
So I mean, we can just roll the
just roll d10s, yeah. You win this time. You gain a stack of Fickle Fighter.
Yes, actually, yeah.
You can use it immediately, or you can give it to somebody else. You can give it to the mech directly.
Mhm. What do you mean directly?
I mean, like you can just give it to the mech and say who's in the mech, so it counts.
What's that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you mean like that? Yeah. Actually, I think I will. Try to. Attack. Actually.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think I will actually use the attack myself.
Okay. Let me check your passives quickly. So you do have
Yes, but
extra action against grappled targets as well for your next turn.
Yeah.
Is anything else happening to me?
No, you just took the damage.
Okay.
That's it.
I should go and feed cats then.
Okay, good. You've
Right
got time for that. So you make your attack, make your ZS attack then. That and with advantage still.
Ah, yes.
Yep. Still crit. The enemy can do nothing against that right now. It's heavy crit because grapple. So that's 8, 16 plus. The one from base Shunko is 18. So go down to 2.
Oh, 20%. I realized
Plus
we forget.
20%. Yes, you're correct.
I realized that a bit before, but since he got to full health,
it wouldn't have changed anything in that situation.
Yeah.
So yes, 8, 16, 18 plus
3.
16, 18 plus 20%, which would be 3.6, so 21. So she's down to 2, 7, 9. That's that then. She has one more action, because she spent an action to attack and an action to do that. She's going to do the same thing again, where she opens her hand and closes it into a fist again above her, causing more swords to fall from the sky. One against Shigure.
Conducted shield.
One against Nozomi. One against the mech. That's a miss against the mech. It just falls sort of like perfectly between the gap between the loaves of bread. That's a crit against Nozomi and a crit against Shigure. Shigure uses the shield.
And I use the guaranteed dodge.
Yes. So you have guaranteed dodge and Fickle Fighter. Again. Shigure blocks 11 out of 15, so he takes 4. What do you want to do with the Fickle Fighter stack this turn?
Question, is she gonna keep doing this attack?
That's the end of her turn. It's the only
Yes,
one
I
that she
mean,
can do
like,
right
next-
now because she's grappled. Because she can't target anybody else other than the mech. This is effectively an indiscriminate AoE.
So if the mech stays for next turn as well, is she gonna do this attack again?
Probably yes.
I have an idea if I have another action.
Okay.
Okay. Sure enough. Sure.
Yes.
Alright.
You get one.
There you go.
Thank you.
You get the Fickle Fighter stack. And you spent one of your conductive shields, so there goes that.
Another one.
Yep. Enemy's turn is done. Arven's turn. Let me check something. Let's check Kaido. Go away, adverts. Tier 9, she does have 10, so it's going to be tier 9 times 4, 9, 20, 36. She's going to spend 60, 30, 36, 24, 21. She's going to cast the tier 9 healing Kaido to heal Stella to full. And then 17 HP goes to other entities. So you get to full, which means there's 13 HP left. You get to full, which means there's 10 left. And then it's going to jump to the mech. Heal the mech to...
She doesn't really need to give any to me because I will regen 3 HP on my turn.
That's true. You get 27 then. She'll skip there. The mech goes up to 58, and then it gets 10 left, so that means it's 6, and then 4 on Seijo. Up to 5. That was 1 action. Just 2 actions left. She's gonna fire 2 more. She's gonna. Let me check her. I think she has the 1 charge. She does have the 1 charge. Yes. She's going to charge 6, 12 up to 33. And then she's going to launch 1 more comet. Stella's turn, staying where she is on that. She's going to sort of look over to Shigure. Reckless, you said?
I never said that I wouldn't be.
Raime no Kenshi. And the lightning explodes out from her. That's going to be 23, 11, so she goes down to 19. And her sclera of her eyes go black. She has 3 actions remaining. She's going to jump over the enemy.
Swim, you mean?
Sorry?
Swim, you mean?
Well, no, she's going to essentially crouch down in her current place, and then sort of leap in a straight line above the enemy. As she passes above, out of melee range, she's going to swing down with a dagger to do a lightning strike. ZS attack. That's guaranteed crit anyway. So 8, 16. She has heavy crit, so it's 16 plus 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 32.
You should still also have advantage and guaranteed crits.
Yes,
because
yes,
they have not
I'm
had
wrong.
their-
The 13
they have
is...
not had their turns.
Yeah. Yeah, she has all of the good stuff. So there's that. So 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 32, 35, 38. So it's 38 damage. Down to 3, 9, 2, 4, 1. She's going to land out of range. Move into range. Taking a Z attack, which she just uses the guaranteed dodge. And she's going to attack again, which is another 38 damage. This one being in melee range. 1 and 38, taking her down to 203. Another Z attack in response. She doesn't have a dodge for this one, but it's a miss anyway. So she used 1 to change, 1 to attack, 1 to attack. She has 1 attack left, so she's going to Z attack a 3rd time. Guaranteed
She
crit.
technically attack when
Sorry?
jumping over.
Sorry?
She technically attack while jumping over.
Yeah, but she was out of melee range because it was essentially a ranged attack from above when she launched the lightning bolt down.
That's fair. I thought you were counting actions.
Yeah. No. So she moved into it. She moved into range over here. Got attacked. Attacked. Got attacked back. So this is a crit for her. She takes another 38, so that's 200 minus 38 is 160 plus 2 is 162, 165. And another is the attack in response. No dodge, guaranteed crit. That's 10 damage, so 15 damage against her. She'll take it, unless you have conductive, your choice.
No.
Okay, she's just taken that then. Nozomi's turn. You go down to 2 on all your stances,
Yes.
and your HP goes up, and your SP stays where it is.
Hmm. Okay.
You have 4 actions.
Yeah. Just a question because I already have the stacks, but I did dodge, so I could technically have used one of the things again.
If you want to retcon, I'll allow it.
Yeah, to collect for feline, I guess.
Yep.
Well, nah. I mean, I might as well not.
Okay.
It's fine. And now I don't have advantage in guaranteed crit anymore, right?
Correct, because it's now the start of your turn.
Yeah. Yes. I will charge to up to 48.
Okay, charge then, so that's up to 48, yes.
Or actually, wait,
Mhm.
no.
Okay.
Yeah. If I wanted to use Shinto, would I need to first use an attack too, so that I am in contact with her?
Contact
Currently, you
contact
can-
is just melee range.
Also, currently you can use Shinto anywhere across the map.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, it's water respected, and
Yeah.
and
Okay.
the whole place is water. So yeah, I'm allowing that.
Yeah. I will then.
Okay, so that's tier 5. Your SP is...
1.
Yep.
So I'm effectively at 2% then, I guess.
Yep. I think that works. Let me just make sure I'm doing this right. So you have 8 keto, so you don't have tier 5s on cut, so you're at 1 SP, yes. And then Shinto, equalization, so roll keto attack just to make sure it hits.
Alright.
9. Equalized between 1% and 60%, so you both go to 30%. You go to 5, 10, 15. Let's go 16.
Yes.
You've got 3 actions left.
Yeah. I will charge.
Okay, so now you go up the 22,
Yes. I'm
Two.
38.
38. 2 actions left.
I will save them.
Saving, okay. Shigure's turn. You go up to 22. You
Yes.
have 3 actions plus Fickle Fighter.
Yes. How much does a charge get me?
Charge right now gets you... you don't have the once per turn.
Nope.
So it gets you, I think, just 18.
Hmm. Can I dissolve the spiritual energy stored in either my enchantment or my battle cry into some SP?
Which enchantment?
The first layer of the 9 rings.
Yeah, I'll give you that one off. You can get the 10 SP back since that's just been sitting there for a while if you want.
Yes.
10%. So you get 9 back from that then, up to 31.
And then a charge on top of that.
And then you charge.
Actually, no, not the charge yet. First,
Okay, not the charge yet,
First
okay.
off.
Yeah.
First off, Morishiki no Kata.
Morishiki. That
Yes.
is
Conductive?
defense. So you gain 1 or 3 conductive.
Yes, 1.
Okay, just 1. So you got to 2, and that's 9, 18, 45, 22. So you're down to 8. Now you
Now
charge.
I charge.
Okay. Now you charge, so that's 9, 18, 36. Up to 44.
And then Kyoshiki no Kata.
Kyoshiki. With your 1 remaining action. To get a Riptide.
I got the difficult fighters.
Ah, yeah, you do, sorry. No, wait, hang on. So you have... You spend an action to do... You spend an action to do the first, then you charge and you spend an action to do the second, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, then you have an action left.
And after that, I'm going to enter a stance as if I'm preparing a technique.
So Kyosuke, you said, so you get a stack of Riptide.
Yes. And I'm going to enter a position that is kind of similar to the ice stance of the enemy, but the water themselves are beginning to churn and the current starts pointing towards Sigure.
Okay, so hang on. So you're at 44. Did you do your SP cost for the Kyosuke yet?
No.
Okay, then that would
No.
be 22.
No, 22 to 22.
Yeah. Okay, that's your turn then.
Yes.
Seijo, hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello. You have some. You got healed a bit. The enemy is still grappled. You can do some damage. Hehe.
I can. In fact, I can do the slam.
Yes, you can.
Come on and slam.
Welcome to the jam. Do you
Actually,
have
just one thing. I saved 3 actions because I had a bonus action against the enemy last turn, which I...
Oh yeah,
Use-
because grappled. Yes, you're correct. So you would have
Yeah.
used that
Also-
first and then saved.
Yes.
Did I? I know I got healed earlier, but my summon get healed.
The summon got the healing first, and then it went to you. So the summon got.
Okay.
I topped the summon up, then gave the rest to you.
Got it. So the grapple. So 58.
Yeah. Yep.
And then Hakuda check.
Yep. Hakuto attack. First, just the attack. So that's okay. So that's not a crit.
Okay.
But it still does 6 times 12 times 2, 24, because the slam is double.
Yeah.
So 24 damage to the enemy. 1 for 1. They make a Hakuto check now.
Next, I think Chris will give that.
D12. 9 plus 6 is 15. I'll give them that. I'll give you that for now, so they remain grappled for a bit longer. You've still
Okay,
got
We'll
2
slam
actions.
again then.
Okay, slam again. So that's another. Oh, I clicked the button. Oops. So that's another 6 HP off the mech and another Hakuto attack.
It's definitely a crit this time.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let me zoom back over to where I
So
was.
it's double damage because I get 100% bonus instead of 50.
Yes, it is. So you have 6.
So it should be
12.
48.
Yes, indeed. So you deal 48 damage to them this time with this slam. So that's... let me do a quick check. Okay, they go down to 93. Now I know you guys can get through 600 HP in a 3-hour session with room to spare. So...
And
And
then
he's
they
gonna make
make,
another
they make
hard
another
check.
check. Yeah.
They succeed this time. The grapple is broken.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay, you've got one action left.
Is there a... No, launched. All of my attacks are AoE attacks, so I'm just trying to figure out whether I just go for a try and grab again, or just attack with something else.
I have a funny idea if you can get her back into the grapple.
Yeah, because everything else is like... Everybody else gets hit as well. So... So if I was allowed to try and grapple again, then I would
You
just
are
do that
allowed
as
to
my
try
last
and
action.
grapple again.
Okay.
It's down to 46. Hucker to
then
check.
Okay.
They do not succeed. They are grappled again.
Okay, that was my last action.
Yes, it was. Enemy's turn. The power Shigure gave them means their SP is regenerated to full every turn now. They're going to spend half their SP to forcibly break the grapple. If you want to ruin my plans, I'll ruin yours. And then they're going to kick off into the air a little bit and sort of hover a few feet above the ground in the water. Fine. She's going to pull out the sword the handle of the sword that previously had no blade on it. As you watch, it seems the blade begins to form very slowly. She's not quite got her resurrection back yet that you essentially gave it back to her. So she's not quite at full power, but she's definitely getting that way. And well, thankfully for my own choices, I don't have to use this thing as it used to be. But you're still not going to have a good time. And she points the handle of the blade, directly towards Shigure. Rend our prayers sunder, Cazadora. And the heavens darken as what seems like a Garganta blocks out the light of the sun above you specifically, Shigure. To miss.
No.
What are you doing?
Onmyoken. Ame agari.
What's this? As a reaction.
Yep.
Put any ranged text pass within 2 tiles of the user to the user. Well, they were already going to target you, but you're taking half damage, and you get retaliation damage equal to half damage taken on your next attack.
Yep.
All right. I'll give you. Normally, this would cost a held action or a held reaction, but because
of an action.
you spent 4 actions.
No, I only spent 3.
Oh, okay. Fair enough then.
I did defense, charge, offense, and then fickle fighter.
That's true. You do have that. Okay, never mind. So 2 of these miss, 1 of them crits, the rest are normal.
Yes, the crits,
I'm not
the crits I will use my conductive shields on, which since it's still damage on the shields, it should count for the damage taken.
It does count for damage taken, yes. So only 1 of these is a crit. The damage of these is not doubled, so you're not taking 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 18. You're not taking 90 damage here, thank God. But you are taking 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 35, 40, 42 damage. Halved to 21. You are taking 21 damage. Of which you block 8 of it on the shield.
I have 2 conductives, so I
7.
can use both of them.
Okay, so you block 7 on the okay, so 8, 7, not 8. So you block 7 of the 21 on the shield down to 14. And then you block another 5. No, not another 5, another 2, because the damage to them all is halved.
Yes.
So you take 12 damage. And you have a total of 21 divided by 2. So you have a total of, let's say, 11 retaliatory damage.
Yes.
On your next attack.
Mm.
Enemy is then going to still in that EI stance. Now that they drew the handle, pointed at you. But they are still technically in the eye stance because the other hand is resting on the sword still. That easy for you.
I will hold up my blade to point back and go. I told you. It's your option if you use it, but we won't hold back.
She sort of flicks the handle of her sword, which is still slowly reforming. Too little, too late. I'm not going to get the chance, but I will admit, it is more fun this way. And with her last action, she's going to look beyond you to Arvin and open another portal of swords. Rolling 10.
Which is the area of impact?
On Arvin specifically.
Low stack, come over here.
Okay, this is all one attack, so that's fine. As these swords begin to rain on Arvin's position, you pull her towards you. She sort of goes and gets dragged forward.
I will kind of stop her by holding my offhand behind me to kind of stop her from flying too far forward. And I will kind of jokingly yet sarcastically, but also kind of intending it. I wouldn't mind to pay a little tax for this help.
Roll a d12 for luck at stopping her. Ooh. Yeah, you place your hand to stop her, but because the angle of the thing, your hand comes to rest in a very unfortunate place as you stop her momentum, and she glares at you, her wings flaring up. But then she takes a step back, and the wings, while not directed at you, she's going to use that angle to fuel her next attack. She's going to, as people say what it is, she's going to go to 2 more comets. Capped out at 9. She's been gaining stacks of Foxfire alongside of this. Which is a mechanic I don't think she's ever actually had the time to use. Where did I... Yes. Okay. So, she's now going to... Let me look at her kit. I was looking in the wrong place. She's going to... Now that she's fired 9 arrows into the air, she's going to raise her free hand, the one that she would use to draw back the bowstring, and almost as if she's ordering an army to fire, she's going to just let it drop. 9 arrows of fire fall from the sky with a screaming sound, as if the sun itself is raining down judgment. Each one leaves a pillar of fire as it impacts into the enemy. The first one... Let's see. Each one gets +1 damage as it continues. So the first one, crit. So that's... How much damage was it per arrow again? I think it was... for these it was 4. So it was 4. So the first deals 6 damage. Down to 87. Applies a burn. And 1 stack of Foxfire. The next arrow. Not a crit. 4 damage. 83. Detonates and reapplies the burn for an additional 2 damage. 81. 1 more stack of Foxfire. and 1 more damage from the previous stack of Foxfire. Third arrow, crit, 6 damage down to 74. Daily Ring Plan Burn down to 72. 2 more damage from the Foxfire down to 70. 3. She's going to roll a 4th one now. Keto attack, you. Miss. It impacts in the sand, and the sand turns to glass. Hit, 4 damage, down to 66, plus 2, plus 3. So plus 5, down to 61, another stack of Foxfire. Also, her meteor stacks are going away. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Crit, 6 damage, down to 55. Plus 2, plus 4 is 6, down to 49. Another stack of Foxfire. 6th, 7th arrow. Normal hit. 4 plus 5 plus 2 is 11, down to 38. Another stack of Foxfire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 more attacks. I'll just roll them both at the same time. Miss and miss. Okay. So these 3 tiles here are now sort of pits of glass in them.
Question.
Yeah.
Since everything is in the water,
Yeah.
can I consume my battle eye to try and siphon some of the looser spiritual pressure from those blasted mists?
I'll allow you to consume it for the HP and the SP, considering it would normally
Okay.
have an HP component. So you consume that, regain 7 up to 25, and then the 3 hits. They don't have much spiritual energy in them, actually. It just literally seems to be power from the sun. But you do get the 30. That's Arvin's turn done. Stella's turn. She's going...
Not enough.
Sorry?
That's not enough.
Well, that's fine, because you're about to get this. So she goes to 0 there, so she's got 960 left. Her ZS attack. Guaranteed heavy crit. That's 38 exactly, if memory serves. From 8, plus 8, 16. Plus 3, 19. Yeah, 38 exactly. Enemy goes to 0. As the attack is made, the enemy is going to, rather than EI / in response, is going to grab Stella's wrist, as this slash is made across the Huntress's torso, and is going to make an attack to try and sever the arm in response. Oh, thank God. It misses, and glances off. I want all 3 of you to roll a d12 perception for this. Shigura, you can't really see because the hunch is in the way. Have the other 2 of you noticed that it simply glances off of Stella's bare skin, and you might realize that it might be the same sort of defensive situation that Yasha has, where he sort of like a Hollows Hierro. The Huntress will then consume all remaining SP to regen 100 HP. And Stella, seeing that the attack did nothing, is going to roll another ZS with her second action to another 38 damage. Down 62. Another Z attack in response. That's going to be a 10 damage on her for 5 left. She's going to attack again. That's a crit, which doesn't matter. So another 38, down 40 to 24. Enemy's going to Z attack it back. Guaranteed crit. Nobody's got anything they can do here. So Stella is out. She made 2 attacks as well. She's down to 9, 5, 8. Stella is unconscious. It is Nozomi's turn. You have 7 actions this turn. And all of your stances are down to 1 turn remaining.
If you need to reduce your SP, I could use a weapon.
Right. How did it work with like?
Transfer is just an action. You spend an action to give X number of SP to an adjacent target.
Right.
And I don't even have to be adjacent because the water is my spiritual power.
Yeah.
Rate of 2 to 1.
Was it 2 to 1? Okay. I didn't
Well,
know.
it's-
Yeah. But to be fair, I think honestly a Shinto would just do the trick. if
Yeah,
anything,
so
at
like
this
it would be the
point.
same thing basically. So
Let's see. Well, mm, so, okay, so what I'm thinking is I can move first here
yep.
and then 18 tiles away
Okay.
to rush in. So like 18 tiles and then in again.
Nope.
Oh.
Okay.
Hmm.
I was just checking something.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're doing your dash attack then?
Yes.
ZS. Not a crit. 8 plus 19
8.
times 2 because of
Just 18 because I moved 1 to get here.
30. Okay, so 18 times 2, so 36 then.
Yes.
So 36, 44 damage.
And 20%.
Yep,
More.
so that's 44 plus 8.8, so 52. The enemy goes to 0. Let's see. Goes to minus 28. There's the numbers. What? Oh, right, I see what's happening. There we go. They're hanging on by sheer determination alone, as the power given to them by Shigure is essentially barely keeping them standing while also still regenerating their blade. You will wish to keep attacking, potentially. I will simply remind you that... where is this in here? In combat, death occurs if they take 50% of their maximum HP and damage after they've gone to 0.
I believe I can probably do that with my plan if I can get some
Probably
SP.
can, yes. Well, Nozomi does have 6 actions left, so I'm sure she'll have a chance.
I will spend 2 actions to revive Stella.
Okay. Let me... cost of 2 actions. Stella awakens at 1 HP.
Yes.
You see as she awakens, her eyes bleed from black to white. And she looks at you. Guess it happened again. Thanks. You've got 4 actions left.
Yes. I didn't even need to be adjacent to Shigure, so I can give him the SP.
Okay, how much are you giving? on your end?
Um,
Juri said he wanted 11, right?
Yeah, I don't need any more
So
than
you need
that.
at least to spend 22, so down to at least 16, if you're okay with you, if that works for you. Okay. Up to 41. You have 3 actions left, all of them your held actions.
yes. I will charge.
Okay. That's
22. So
yes. So
Thank you.
that's 38.
yes. Um, so that would be right. So then I have 2 actions left then.
Yes, you do.
I do player 7 Kaido,
Tier 7, alright.
which since she is below 25% gives 75% healing.
Yes, that is correct. Let me go to that. So that was tier 7, so 7, 41, 28, 35.
Yes.
So you go down to 3 SP.
Yep.
And Stella goes up to 15 plus 7, 22, 23.
Yep. Then I have 1 left.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Just thinking because, I mean, yeah, I know that some wouldn't want to continue attacking. Right, the other things I could do is... Yeah. I mean... Yeah, in that case, I just think I won't do anything.
Just hold the action for a dodge, basically.
Yeah.
Alright. Shigure's turn then. You got to 50. What's your plan?
I will go. I will do 2 movements with my blade to gain flow and conductive.
Flow and conductive, alright.
And then I will
1
say
and
to
1.
the enemy, every prey is hunted by a hunter. But hunter is nothing without a patron. Your chance was given. Forgive me. On your kin. Thank you. And I will enhance it with a Riptide and all my stored up retaliation damage.
Okay, so it was 2d4.
Yes. And
5 plus 5, 10.
And every hit gets the retaliation damage and the Riptide damage.
Okay, Riptide damage was how much? Sorry,
Either divided...
retaliation, sorry.
Retaliation was
21,
11.
11,
22
yes.
divided by 2, so 11. So 11 times hits plus half kilo, so plus 5. So plus 16 to each hit.
I don't think that's what I intended with the wording. but
stated that the damage is added to the
each
attack, not
individual
the
hit may be enhanced with stacks of Riptide, as in you can choose to enhance one hit with a stack of each hit singularly with a stack with one stack of Riptide. So if you roll 5 hits and you can enhance 3 of them with Riptide and then 2 just do the base damage. But so you have one stack of Riptide, so you're doing 10 damage. Roll the attack for crit, by the way.
Which one is it, by the way?
I don't mind.
Because it's technically Keto at this point.
Well, you're attacking with sword strikes that then move through water. Plus your Kido and Zanjutsu modifiers are plus 10 anyway, so. And it's both against enemy Hakuda. Yeah, that's a crit. So each hit, 10 hits. The Riptide adds 5 to one of them. The retaliation damage is 11. So you have 10 plus 5 plus 11 is 21, 26, crit 39.
I thought it was going to be per hit.
No, it's not per hit. That would be huge.
There is no reason to use this bloody skill then.
It's a lot of damage still.
No, I do more damage with the other ones.
I mean,
I do more damage if I do the unblockable one.
let me check.
If it isn't that working like that.
Regular attack unblockable damage for you would be 5 Zanjutsu.
Yeah, and then you have to remember the modifiers are like they're separate. They're not.
Enhanced with Riptide is plus 5.
Yeah.
It's plus Kido on critical strike, so actually another 5 damage on top of that because it was Kido on a crit. So
yeah.
Minus 5 to 72. But the other one is base 5, unblockable.
Yeah.
Plus Riptide, plus any other modifiers like the revenge damage. Tenkyu is blockable, but it's base 5 hits because it's base Ki divided by 2 hits.
Yes, but because of how crit modifiers works, a crit on a 5 is worth a lot more than a crit on a 1.
Well, it will. Well, here's the thing: is that a crit on a 1 in this situation is still turns it into a 2.
Yeah.
But a crit on a 5 only adds 2 to it.
Yeah, but like
so.
it's really not adding anything worth the sacrifice of going through it.
Well, you still did like over 40 damage in a single hit, so which is pretty decent for your output.
I mean, I was expecting something like 77.
I mean, if I'd added the revenge damage 21 and then 5 damage to each hit, it would have been 7 per hit, which would have been 5 hits of 7, which would have been 49 plus crit. So 49, 69, 70 plus crit would have been 135.
No, because I was thinking that the retaliation damage was added per each hit because that's how it's worded.
21 damage per hit would have been a lot.
No, 11 per hit.
Oh, 11 per hit, sorry, would have still been a lot.
Yeah, that's how you worded it.
It's one attack that you make that has X number of hits, and you add the retaliation damage to an attack. But
yes,
each hit can be enhanced with Riptide.
Yes, but the retaliation damage was, according to your wording, should be on each hit.
Okay, I might have fudged that a bit then, sorry. But,
because you didn't specify that it's added to the next hit, you specified to the next attack.
Okay, fair enough. Well, the total damage of the retaliation was added to the technique. We've got enough time left to still see this through. Seijo's turn then? 1.
Okay. Are they still grappled?
No, they're not.
Okay. How much health have they got like?
Minus 72. They are.
Oh, that's okay.
They are 78 away from death.
I see. I will attempt to grapple again then.
Alright, roll your grab. Roll your attack for that. It goes through. They are grappled.
Okay, I will do the slam. I'll take the 12 HP off unless you've already taken 6 off.
Yep, okay.
30.
Okay, so roll a Hakuto attack for the slam.
Oh.
Oh, you just
Isn't
did. Okay,
this-
that's the
yeah.
6. Okay, I was looking. I missed the 10. Okay, so that's 6 times 2, 12 times 2, 24.
Yeah, and then there's another grapple check.
Yep, there is. So they roll their d12. They stay grappled. You have 1 action left.
I'll just slam again then.
All right, roll your harder attack. That's a crit.
Okay.
Just
a 28.
I just realized the other one should have been 12, and this one should be 24, so I'll just minus 12 for this one instead.
Okay.
There you go. Roll d12. They do break out of the grapple now.
Okay. Also, you said this was a crit, right?
This was a crit, yes, but the other
So
one
it should
wasn't a
be
crit.
no. So it should be doubled.
Yeah, because the
Damage,
first one
yeah.
was 6 times 2 for your inherent doubling 12, and this one is
Yeah.
6 times 2, 12 times 2, 24.
How did I get 48?
Oh,
last
I
time?
know.
Was that just-
Right. You are correct. Sorry. Yes. You are correct on that account. So minus now 12, minus now 24. They are 6 HP away from death, but it's their turn.
Okay. Yeah.
Full SP. Seeing how much damage you're doing, they're going to target you with the sword rain.
Yeah.
10d12.
So did I regen HP
I gave you the regen, yes.
on Seijo? Yeah.
Yes. So what was that, Shigeri? Sorry.
As she stretches up her hand before she can fully clench it, I'm gonna float to launch her into the northeast so that her aim flow is thrown off.
Okay. You launch her this way, and the sword that was going to appear above the mech instead appears sort of sideways in the water and just flies off, and the swords just fly off into the distance.
I thought of a more cinematic one.
Okay, do it.
I flow her in above the mech.
Okay. In the path of her own swords.
Yes.
Did they break the grapple, by the way?
They did, like at the end of
Yeah.
your turn.
Yeah, so-
She opens the so instead of the flow pushing her early enough that the aim is fled off, you wait until the portal forms, and as she's about to launch the swords down from it, you push her into the path of them. Realizing what's about to happen, she shuts off the Garganta. However, one sword does still make it through. Let's see. Just against herself. 10 damage, still. The sword, one of her own blades, taken from a Shinigami that she's hunted and killed over the years, pierces her chest.
Igor will pull down his hat slightly to cover his eyes and go, "Rest in peace."
She falls onto the mech's shoulder, sort of, I guess this is it, isn't it? You see that her left hand, the one made of bone, is beginning to dissolve into reishi, spiritual particles. She, with the last of her strength, she hops down from the mech and offers the now fully formed blade of her own resurrection to you, Shigure.
You like these trophies exchanges, don't you?
You bested me. It's only fair you take them back. Draw that blade in a circle, and she sort of makes the motion with her hand. And the Garganta that forms will take you to the place where they are stored. I believe your head captain might want them back. Never thought I'd see the day where one of your own would take me down.
As you well know, lightning might strike from the heavens. And he will kind of give a slight bow and start walking towards where Kaido went to before. But no matter how fierce the lightning, it can never reach the bottom of the ocean.
sanctimonious to the last. She falls to her knees and seems to just quietly accept the death that's coming to her. If anyone else has anything else they want to say, then now's the time.
Nope.
Seiju just clomps off in the mech. Nozomi, anything?
Hmm. I think she would sort of solemnly bow sort of, and yeah, probably not say anything, but sort of they'll feel a bit of sadness inside.
The Huntress sort of looks up at you as you bow and sort of, it's fine. All the souls that met me up will get reincarnated anyway.
I will, as I walk away, I will dissipate the bankai, which makes all the water kind of dissolve, so it becomes like a slight calm drizzle over the area.
Yeah, I'll let you do that. You bet to put you back 25 and 6. Yeah. Stella will, staying in Bankai, given the cost of leaving it, will rest a hand on the Huntress's right shoulder. Put up one hell of a fight. Looking forward to perhaps seeing the soul of yours that triumphed over all the others when we could find Shinigami. And the Huntress replies, "Pah! As if I'd ever become a Shinigami." And sort of shrugs the hand off. Arvin walks past as well. One wing of flame just passing over her head as she passes her by, and sort of go in peace. And the Huntress doesn't respond otherwise.
As Stella catch up with Shigura, he will go, there's a difference between recklessness and calculated risks. There's a reason I gave you that scroll, you know.
I think you know me well enough by now that I'm not inclined to learn the difference. She,
Suit yourself, but there might be more power than what you currently have in that scroll.
Well, we can deal with that after we've dealt with Kaido. Speaking of, we should hurry up. And she sort of whistles, and Arvin, nodding, sort of takes flight again. Anyone need a lift?
Can I do a perception to see if I can sense any fighting happening in the
Yes, you can
distance?
try.
D12?
Yeah, just open in the D12. 5. You said it's nothing at the moment.
I'll just try to recover my spiritual balance instead.
Everyone can get up to full HP and SP again. Like Arvin will just keep everyone healed and whatnot, so I think that's allowed. Seiji, you're staying in the mech, right?
I mean, if I'm allowed to, I suppose.
You're
yeah.
perfectly allowed to, yeah. Nozomi, you can get back to. You can get back to 3 stacks as well if you want. I'm not gonna like say you have to, but your choice.
Of the
Of all of your passives, just so you can start the. You won't have any stacks of Cat's War, but you'll start with the next battle with three turns of your buffs if you want.
I feel like it would make more sense if they went away.
Okay.
To be honest.
Yeah. So everyone will start with this, and battle high for a bit of extra healing. As you head westward, there's a burst of hollow energy behind you, and when you look back, you see that the Huntress is gone. You make your way westwards, back to the tree in Huecamundo, in the forest in Huecamundo. Yasha shouldn't be here.
At this point, also, I fixed the blade I got like next to my other one.
Okay, fair enough.
Essentially, so that I have it at the place where I know.
Mm-hmm. So the five of you head westwards towards the tree that looks different. You head up to the surface. Up here, the sunlight seems unnatural, like it shouldn't be. You can still see the moon in the sky as well, but the sun just beats down, and it seems very wrong for such a desolate place to have sunlight, even as nice as it is.
No sense anything at this point.
As you begin to approach Las Noches, following Kaido's footprints, even though they are starting to fade a little bit in the natural breezes, you do sense fighting in the distance. And as you approach, let me shrink he. There we go. And Yasha would still be in Bankai, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. He doesn't have vision in this state, but I don't care. I'm not going to fix it. As you approach the Lances, you begin to get fighting, and you approach the entrance, you see Yasha fighting with Kaido, having assumedly dropped Juno off at Kisuke's house and then gone back through the Garganta. Clash of Blades, Kaido's like, "Let me through, damn you."
I think I told you. A duel's a duel.
He sort of kicks you in the stomach, pushing you back.
I will just hollow burst to strengthen my core so that he doesn't budge me, and I will try and grab his leg and throw him backwards.
You throw him towards the group as they're approaching, and he sort of rights himself in the air, but seeing you arriving, well, it's not much of a duel anymore if your friends are here.
Well, yeah, Yasha will kind of look over there and kind of go with a very sinister voice. Stay back.
Let me just fix the stats as well. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's all fine. Salazar shakes her head. No.
Yasha will use a Hajikara to dash over to where Stella is, which would be more similar to a Sonido than a Shunko.
Yeah.
Or Shunpo. And then essentially just gently kind of put a hand on her left shoulder and push away with all his Hajikeru enhanced might.
Roll a Hakuto attack against Stella. I'll move her out to here so you can hit her better.
I can't see there!
Okay, fine. Sorry, there. Is that better?
Yes.
You break her shoulder. She sort of howls, almost hollow-like, sort of, "What the hell are you doing? We've got bigger things to worry about." But, and as she says this, Kaido appears from above and kicks her in the side of the head, launching her into one of the walls. She's out cold. Arvin sort of runs over to her, and Kaido turns to Yasha. "So what your honor gets you? You really prioritize such an insignificant thing over the lives of your teammates pathetic.
They're not weak enough to die from something like that. That's the one thing I've learned after these weeks.
Yes, well, if you're trying to stop me, you're going to have a much harder time of it when you're down 2 members.
I'm not trying to stop you. And he grabs his sword, cracks his neck. I'm just here to settle a score. Nothing else.
Whatever. Let's get this over with. And as Kaido turns to Sonido's back to about here. Let me just move everybody up. And looks towards everyone, including Yasha. He will crack his knuckles. Well then. My war against the Shinigami can be put on hold for a little bit. First, there's my war against you. And while we will end the session there, it's not going to go very well for you.